Hi everyone, I'm Nubra from Bangalore, and today I want to share my sewing, crochet and knitting mix. I'm a beginner at all of these, and this past year I've been on a bit of a break, and through this, making things with my hands has really grounded me. It's been a transformative year, and these crafts have been a vital part of that transformation and have really helped me connect with myself. So first, how do I get started? Um, I had I have been very motivated to make my own clothes for two reasons. It's very hard to find good fits and find items that are meant to be durable. And even more, it's really hard to replace a piece that you love. There is a certain pair of jeans I had in 2019 that I still think about. I really did wear those to death, right? Um, so now, with what I've been sewing, my first thing that I made was completely hand sewed. It was a tiny little pillow for my cat, which I don't really have anymore. He also did not use it. So I may put a picture here, but if I can't find it, I won't. And I made a pair of shorts for my partner. Then after learning how to make a pair of shorts, I made a pair for myself. Both times I used a pattern, and these are the shorts I made for myself. Yeah. They also have this like inseam pocket. There is an inseam pocket which is really cool. It is too tiny, but anyway, it's okay. Yeah. Then yeah, these shorts, I wear them to bed, and they're really comfy, and they do look like shorts. So that was kind of the goal with that one. And however, with all these hand sewed items, only my shorts have survived. And I did have to reinforce the seams a couple of times. I don't think hand sewed garments are meant to be washed in a machine like I was doing. So then I decided to buy a sewing machine so that I can make clothes that actually last, right? Because that is one of the goals. Hand sewing just did not feel like it was it. But yeah, it did let me, just give it a run and see if I like making things. Yeah. So I bought a sewing machine. I bought the JA20 Brother machine. It's very basic. It's probably the lowest you can go. It has a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch. That's all. I hope to use it for many, many years now. Next, I made more shorts. Green ones. Yeah, so these are the other shorts I've made. These are the exact same shorts, but in just this kantha fabric. It's beautiful. I love this fabric. It's also something I wear to bed. And one thing I did here is that I put the pocket on the other side, so the pocket faces like back when I'm wearing it, but it's okay. I just realized you have to be so mentally there when you're sewing. Anyway, so this is one. I also made a pair similar with the same fabric for my partner. Then next, I had this like bed sheet, so I made like a pair of shorts with this bed sheet material. For this one is mine. It's just fine. Like if you're Indian, you'll know what this is. These are like RSS shorts. This one's mine. This is one for my partner. Again, you'll see that I actually ran out of thread in the same color. So I used this other rust, but I don't like it. These are all the shorts I made. And actually one more, I'll put a picture here. It's this one that I made with some old clothes. It's this like half and half patchwork kind of thing. I thought it was cool, so I made that. Then I made a tank top. This is the Phoebe tank from someplace. This is the Phoebe tank. It's a very, very simple tank. I love the fit of it. And I learned how to use bias tape here. I made my own bias tape. But again, if you see, I used a white thread for this one. And it looks really bad because I don't know how to sew straight. So it looks really bad. I thought like having something close enough was enough, but it's not. I needed to really, really match the fabric. I don't know why people just don't sell like thread with the fabric, you know, because that would be smart. See, it's coming apart. I haven't worn it at all. I think it's not even coming apart. Maybe it was never sewn on properly at all. Yeah, I haven't worn this simply because I want to take off the bias tape and fix it. I do have the correct thread at this point, so I can do that. This is all I've been sewing. One of my goals with sewing is to make a really good pair of pants for myself and just learn what it takes to make pants, because pants are complicated, I think. And I have had a very hard time finding good pants. I haven't done anything towards that. I'm also very scared of zippers and, you know, the other kinds of foot, like what are they called, like the zipper feet and all of that. I don't understand zippers yet, right? But so what I have done is I have bought some nice fabric that I want to show here. Yeah. So I have two actually that I bought. This is one of them. It's like this lead kind of a thing, very handloom. This is a handloom product. It's cotton. Yeah, I would love to make a pair of pants with these, but it needs to have like a zipper and all of that because this can really easily go into very pajama territory. There's this one and the other one. This one's just from the same brand. I'm not planning to make pants with this, maybe a dress, I don't know. But I also think this is beautiful. Okay, next I want to talk about crochet. I actually was not curious about crochet myself, but I got some yarn and a hook as a gift. Then I started looking at things I could do with that, and I realized it was almost everything. Again, like I said, I am motivated by making my own clothes. I like wearable art. So the very first thing I made after swatches and all of that, after practicing some of the stitches, is a crop top for my friend. I'll put up a picture here if I can find it. Then, so I was not counting my stitches here, but it did end up decent. I winged it. I do enjoy how 3D crochet is, and it is awesome watching it grow into something. It's the first time I made fabric, you know. Next, I started a cardigan. It was a massive oversized cardigan entirely made of single crochets with a sport weight yarn and a 3.5 mm hook. Ignorance is bliss because, you know, I had no idea how long this would take. It took me around 3 to 4 months, but luckily it was a very mindless kind of project. Again, I was not counting to start with. I will show you my item first. Actually, this one I should really model it because it's, you know, the crown jewel. Pretty much the crown jewel. Yeah, okay. So this is something I have been wearing a lot, and now I want to show you this is something I've been wearing a lot. This is something I've been wearing a lot. I'd like to show you some of the details. Yeah. So at the very back, there's this ribbing. There's some amount of ribbing here, right? So you can see that my ribbing is pretty good here. But because I had just started to learn, my the ribbing here is not very good. It doesn't look that bad actually today, but you know, it's just not that good. And I felt like my stitches here were just really loose, so I had to put them in the seam in some sense. I really love this sweater. I wear it all the time. I haven't washed it yet, so I don't know how that will change it, and I want to push that out. I just don't want to ruin it, you know. One thing is it's quite heavy, which is I think what you would expect from a sweater made of single crochets, and it did make me think about knitting, because I'll talk about that later. So that's one thing. Next, I made some scrunchies. This one, I made this scrunchie, and after that I made this like little swatch with this wavy stitch pattern that I was just seeing everywhere. I really liked it. I also made a headband for one of my friends with the same pattern. She really liked it too. Next, I made this checkerboard scrunchie. I hate it. It's very heavy and it's all single crochets. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I actually did not look up how to do a checkerboard pattern. So everything here is actually single crochet plus another layer of this thing, because I had to just carry it over. So it's just so heavy and it hurts my head. I don't wear it. I don't like it. Okay. I'll do better next time. Then there are more tiny projects that I did. I tried some amigurumi just for kicks and to see what it's all about, you know, because some people just really love it. I made this just to see, but you know, it has become a thing because my cats love to play with this thing. Another thing I made very specifically for my cats is this rat, and you can see that it's coming, it's just like coming apart. I think I'll make another of them, and you can see these things poking out because I did just use like scraps for this. I didn't like the idea of buying polyfill or any other kind of stuffing just for these stupid toys, you know. It's quite wasteful and it's plastic. So no, I didn't do that. So these are my toys. I think I could have stuffed it more, but they love it anyway. Next is something really cool because it's this vision I have for my kitchen. I have this garland of veggies and fruits, and I wanted to be very focused on what we actually eat here in India. So not like a broccoli, but like a cauliflower, and you know what I mean, right? There are so many indigenous veggies that we eat here, and I really want to put them up there. I think it'll be cool to do, but it's a massive project. What I have done up till now is just this is where I am right now with this. So this I'm very happy with. It's a beetroot. Yeah, it's a beetroot, just that. I don't, the pattern I got this from did not have such spirals. It actually did look like leaves, but mine looked like this. I don't know how to fix that, but anyway, there's a beetroot. Right now, it's also serving its time as a cat toy. I hope it makes it through that into the garland. There's that. The second thing is this half-done carrot that I have not been able to finish for a very long time because I'm not trying to finish it. But yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, so I think the last thing with crochet projects is this. Ow. Yeah, it's these granny squares that I made. It's all these like granny squares that I made. I haven't, it's for the Cozy Daisy blanket, which is again a free pattern that I saw. I made it with acrylic and I plan to, just join all of these and make a bed cover kind of thing with it. I do like the colors, but I hate the yarn. I couldn't find like a super bulky natural yarn that made sense, but this one just does not feel good to me. I don't know if it gets better after washing, but irrespective, it's going to be a bedspread kind of thing, so I don't expect it to be next to my skin too much, so that's okay. There's that. So it has two colors actually that I should show you. It has this purple and this pink together, and yeah, I'm just gonna like check about these and make like a whole thing with it. Just like everything is just like falling everywhere. Okay. So that's all with all my crochet stuff. There's a lot. I think there's a lot. There may not be that much. So that's all with my crochet stuff. And next I'm gonna talk about knitting. Now knitting is something I only started a few weeks ago. And the reason I'm drawn to knitting is all these beautiful knitted lightweight summer tops that I've been seeing on my Pinterest. And I have the Cumulus Tea by Petite Knit on my list because I've heard it's nice and breezy and that the silk just feels amazing on your skin. That is how I imagine it. That is a long way out, however, but yeah, this is what I'm currently working on. I'm gonna just bring it. Yeah. Okay. These are some swatches I did. This is a red swatch and this one's a yellow swatch. Just to get a little bit better at stockinette, I did these. I still don't know how to cast off, so that is going to be something I learned while making a garment. What I'm working on right now. This is my current project. Everything else is in the past. Yeah. So I am making this. It's a pattern called the Tip Top Tank. It's got like a bit of a notch on the sides, and it's this tubular tank that I'm just gonna make. Right, so half of it is this variegated yarn, and now I'm doing it with some black on top. So it's half and half. The reason for that is that I definitely don't have enough of the variegated yarn. Second, so when I first got it, I just thought it was a little too stark. Um, and I dipped it in some coffee to dye it. And it did make it a little more mellow. But that just means I cannot buy another ball of this and, you know, make it the same, this thing. I mean, I could also dunk that in coffee, but, you know, it's very hard to maintain that consistency. So anyway, I only have one of this specially dyed yarn, right? So the rest of it is going to be black. And I'm thinking I'm going to make some, I also saw something called like duplicate stitches. So this is the tip top tank. So what I'm going to do, this is the variegated one. Then there's going to be like a black part, and like the straps are going to be black again. And I'm going to put like a trim in this variegated yarn all around the armholes. And I'm also considering making these vertical lines, vertical stripes over this with duplicate stitching. I'm not sure of that, but I like the idea of it. So what I'll do is that on the black bit, it should be in this variegated yarn, and on the variegated yarn bit, it should be in black. So then it just looks like we're like switching, you know, like the background and the color of the stripes. Yeah, that is an idea I have, but we'll see after we make the rest of this, you know. Yeah, that's all. One more thing, this is a bit of a wild card. This is part of none of those, but I also did like a little swatch of smocking a really long time ago. I think it's so cool. I would really like to incorporate this in something. This is what it's like from the back. It's really messy, but look at this. This is what we look at, right? I would also like to just put it through the wash and see what happens, because this just looks so delicate, you know, beautiful. Thank you. That's all. This is supposed to be a bit of a video journal for me to look back on 2025 and see how I'm doing later, you know. Yeah. Bye bye.